Shalom, call halal, Yahweh, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shema, Kakawada, Shadawalana, Shadil, apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us is true. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the elder Yashawan, and this lesson is just kind of urgent because I saw this, okay, massive armada. They've been saying this. Why is this coming out right now, like within the hour? So this is the newest news. They're even going to say Wednesday morning. Trump sends massive fleet of warships to Iran, great power. So this is a whole new threat. He's renewing the threat. We've been kind of wondering what is going on, you know, in the last week and what they're going to do. So this is the newest threat, right? They're renewing the old threat. And he comes with a whole little diatribe. It's only 4 minutes and 12 seconds. We're gonna look at it. Let's see. What do we need here? And all of this is, you know, in the spirit. Trump sends massive fleet of warships. Okay, so this is war and rumors of war, right? Because this is witchcraft. This is a scare tactic. Hey, you better watch out for me. When we read his little threat, let's get war and rumors of war real quick. It should be up. Let's see. Yep. Let's get Matt. We have to, because this is what's going on right now. Until they fire that first shot, that's dealing with the attack. But let's see, Matthew. Okay, Matthew. Okay, there we go. And the King. Salaki, let me turn this on. I'll get you back there. Salaki. It's a little early for me. I'm on the west coast over here. Central Cali. Let me see. Matthew 24 and 6. You shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. This also means rumors. Rumors means what? Got rumors, threats. We do this every Tuesday. News of battles, and we have threats. Aramaic threat. Reports. News, rumors, and threats. Okay? News of battles far away. Okay? Let's watch this. And when they bring up his threat, I'll go back and get that one more time. So this is jumping off the page.
Take the severe ulcerative colitis.
First thing that they're going to do is say, this is Wednesday. For me, it's early. You brothers on the east.
We have some breaking news to get to and more developments coming out of Iran on this Wednesday morning. Taking a look here at a social media post that I want to bring up, posted by President Donald Trump. And this is on an armada that is being sent there. So this was via Truth Social, the president saying this, quote, "A massive armada is heading to Iran. It is moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. It is a larger fleet headed by the great aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln than that sent to Venezuela. Like with Venezuela, it is ready, willing, and able to rapidly fulfill its mission with speed and violence if necessary. Hopefully, Iran will quickly come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable deal. No nuclear weapons, one that is good for all parties. Time is running out. It is truly of the essence. As I told Iran once before, make a deal. They didn't, and there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Bringing us out to this live image that we have of the White House over in Washington, D.C. And I just want to recap some of the latest reporting courtesy of the Associated Press. So as we did break the fact that the president has announced that a massive armada is heading to Iran via his social media platform, Truth Social, the AP most recently also saying this, that President Trump warned also other
warn. He didn't warn. He threatened. These are threats of a pirate, of a bully, right? Of a dictator who's trying to conquer the world right now.
Countries there in that area, including Iraq. This happening on Tuesday, that the U.S. would no longer support the country if its former prime minister returns to power. Concerning Iraq, Trump made the threat days after the dominant political
threat. See, get to what it really is. When she started out, she had different words. Now she's made the threat. See, let's go back. You got to understand the language of what's being said here, Salakia.
Power. Concerning Iraq, Trump made the threat days after the dominant political bloc known as the Coordination. Other countries there in that area, including Iraq. AP most recently also saying this, that President Trump warned.
Warned. AP most recently also saying this, that President Trump warned what was that? Also, let's back that up a little bit, because that language, listen to the language. Warned, this warning here turns into a threat later on. Is that her embellishing or what?
Warned. Also, other countries there in that area, including Iraq. This happening on Tuesday, that the U.S. would no longer support the country if it.
Okay, so, and those other, see? So what I said prior to her saying threat, I said, no, that's not no warning. That's a threat, right? I said that. And then later on, right, she says threat. Why? Because it's clearly a threat. There's no warnings going on here. This dude is out bullying. You understand? He's bullying. And he knows that he can't back up what he's saying. So what is this? This is witchcraft. All right, let's get that. Great power. Trump sends massive fleet of warships to Iran. Great power. What is that? Let's get this real quick. Stand now. They're standing now is what they're doing. With what? That's some witchcraft. Scare tactics. Stand now. Slovakia. Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Let's read it up here in the NIV, Isaiah 47:12. Keep on then with your magic spells and your many sorceries which you have labored at since childhood. Here's the point. Perhaps you will succeed. Perhaps you will cause terror. Maybe they can make someone afraid. What? These are magical charms. These are spells. Hey, this is a magical charm. A spell. That's what whoever typed this up for him, right? Don't make that happen again. This is thank you for your attention to this massive armada, right? This is all witchcraft. No nuclear weapons. What? What do you mean? What does that mean? They already have nukes. They have plenty, because if they run out, then Russia will give them some more. As if they haven't made their own. No nuclear weapons, right? No weapons of mass destruction like Iraq, right? That's your excuse for doing whatever wickedness you over there trying to pull off. This is all smoke and mirrors. What is smoke and mirrors? Isaiah 47:12 in the NLT. Now use your magical charms. Use the spells you've worked at all these. Maybe they'll do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. Inspire terror. Okay? So anyway, let's watch this. A little more. Let's just watch it.
And there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Bringing us out to this live image that we have of the White House over in Washington, D.C. And I just want to recap some of the latest reporting courtesy of the Associated Press. So, as we did break the fact that the president has announced that a massive armada is heading to Iran via his social media platform, Truth Social, the AP most recently also saying this, that President Trump warned also other countries there in that area, including Iraq. This happening on Tuesday, that the U.S. would no longer support the country if its former prime minister returns to power. Concerning Iraq, Trump made the threat days after the dominant political bloc known as the Coordination Framework, which is a collection of parties, announced it was backing the nomination of the former prime minister, who the U.S. administration views as too close to Iran. Now, a lot of headlines were coming out of the Middle East this week. As you know, also, the final remains of a hostage that was still being held by Hamas were returned as well to Israel. We're following all of these developments very closely, but these protests in Iran do continue as well. The AP saying this, that Iranian officials reached out to the wider Middle East on Wednesday, so today, over the threat of a possible U.S. military strike on the country. It comes a month since the start of
Here's what's really going on. Listen to this. Okay. Here's what the Middle East is thinking, according to Fox News. We really
protests in Iran that soon spread nationwide and sparked a bloody crackdown. Two nations, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, have signaled they will not allow their airspace to be used for any attack.
So all this news right here is last week's news, including the Armada. Why are they renewing it right now?
America has moved the USS Abraham Lincoln and several guided missile destroyers into the region, which can be used to launch attacks from the sea. And that goes back to the post that we showcased from President Trump. Now, it remains unclear what President Trump will decide about using force, though he laid down two red lines: the killing of peaceful demonstrators and the possible mass execution of detainees. The protests saw more than 6,000 people killed as Iran launched a bloody crackdown on those demonstrations, with many others feared dead. That's according to what activists had to say on Wednesday.
Okay, so as you can see, right, it's real easy to get confused with what is going on in Minnesota. When they talk about all of these things, right, whatever is said to be going on in Iran, which is why we got to go over there and save the people. That's going on right here. Not only in Minnesota, but everywhere. It's going on over there in Maine. It's going on over here in Colorado, right? Arizona, wherever that shit is going down, right? What's going on wherever they're not reporting on it, right? And I'm talking about with the ice blocks. You understand? So, what we just heard, if I back this up about a whole minute, sounds like they're talking about Minnesota. Let me back it up. This sounds like Minnesota. Listen.
More than 6,000 people killed as Iran launched a bloody crackdown on those demonstrations, with many others feared dead. That's according to what activists had to say on Wednesday.
Activists.
Now, monitoring the situation very closely, also Iran's state-run media, which now only refers to protesters as terrorists, remains the sole source of news for many, as Tehran cut off access to the global internet some 3 weeks ago. But Iranians have become angry and anxious in the weeks since, seeing footage of protesters shot and killed, while worrying about what may happen next as the country's economy sinks further. Just want to bring up here one more time that social media post via.
Does that not sound like Minnesota? They're blurring the lines. People aren't even. See, this could be going on over there, caused by us. Who's sending the armada over? Well, there's an armada going over, but the language is the same, is it not? Protesters being shot and being called T words and da 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 da. That's identical to what's going on here. Okay? So what's really going on? All of this is going on the world stage, all over. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is passing judgment. That's part of it. And these fools going, if they start unleashing fucking rounds, that's the judgment of the Lord too. So things are getting good. We'll continue to watch. We'll keep our eye on whatever this armada is suddenly, because this is old. Let's see if anybody. This is same headline from 2 days ago. Thought they were already there, but see, why are they pushing this now? They're re-upping on this. This is new. This whole thing, she's going back to this. This is new, isn't it? Same headline, but what is this? I haven't seen this. I think this is new. This is a major threat to all. Go back and listen to it again. Okay? All parties. What is that? What is that? One that is good for all parties. Okay? What is he talking about? The Middle East. All right? But we know what is about to happen. All we got to do is go over here to 2nd Ezra 15, right? And get to the Carmanians and the wild boars and the dragons of Arabia. We already know what's going to happen. The next attack will be far worse. What is that? Don't make that happen again. Look at this. Here's where we are. Let's get it real quick. As a result of this dude, right, speaking great words, his look is more stout than his fellow. Look at that stout look. More stout than his fellows. What is that gonna produce? Where's that gonna take us? I'll show you. Boom. Let's go to 15. Let's go right here. See, we're right here where the Carmanians, raging in wrath, right, are joining battle with the Arabs right now. And now we're getting to this. Then shall the dragons have the Shalom. When the Carmanians strike, right? That's when they're joining battle with them. With who? With Hamas. Now, they've already been feeding them, right? Giving them what they need to move. Now they're going to start firing for real. And then the dragons are going to attack at the same time. And then this is going to happen. Letting you know somebody going to run like a bitch. Where's that? And shall flee. See? Anyway, we don't have to go into it. The point has been made. But here we are. This guy's pressing. Now, who got him out here? The small hats got him out there. All right? Because this is all last week. Okay? But they done conscripted, right? Pressed this nigga into service. Yeah. Is the issue nuclear weapons? I thought it was about what? Revelating Iran. Revelating. I thought the pretext was dead protesters. What is he talking about, a nuclear deal? Iran is playing positive 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago. So look how new this is. Okay? This is last week's headline about them going. That's how they got there. No deals. Look at this, 37 minutes. This is a bot. Iranian people are pleading for help and begging the United States. No, they're not. Okay, so this is a bunch of bullshit. What's taking so long? Who else is coming? Nobody. He hasn't even finished his Venezuela yet. So, yeah. Yeah, this is new. We have to sit back and watch. This is a big old threat. Matter of fact, here, let me get a picture of this. Fox News. Boy, that's a big old threat. All right, so with that, this is not the World War III daily update. I don't even know how to get out of here. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe has passed. Behold, the third woe is coming shortly. World War III. All right, with that, we hope the elect are edified, your brothers and a few sisters. Shalom.